Hi, welcome to the general love reading for November 16th, 2018. Just want to go ahead and say, while this is looking at the dynamics and just any kind of general thing that's going on in your love life for the next week, if you have found this video and it's not the week of the 16th of November, that's okay. If you're drawn to it, then there's probably a message in here for you. So you can go ahead and keep looking. I am going to go ahead and let you know that this purple fluorite is pile number 1. The blue lapis lazuli is pile number 2. And the pink rose quartz is pile number 3. While you guys are figuring out which pile is calling to you the most, I do want to say that I am out of town right now, and I will be back soon-ish, and you know, I'm still taking orders for readings and all of that. It's just going to be delayed by about 7 days, okay? So just know there's the wait period is just gonna get a little bit longer. Also, if there's anything you need to know about me, it's going to be in the description. You're going to see timestamps there. You'll see information about my readings and pricing, and my email will be there. A lot of people have been sending me messages asking me how they can do energy exchanges and donations and all of that. I do have 2 links there that have to do with donations. Really, I mean, if you feel moved to contribute to the channel in any way, just know that anything that I get through those 2 links, I'm just putting back into the channel, okay? One of the links is a link to this channel's wish list on Amazon, and this is stuff that I'm gonna buy anyway. This is stuff that I'm gonna use for this channel anyway. So I just wanted to be clear about what those links were about. And I feel like I've already talked too long, so let's go ahead and get back to this reading. Again, just general love for the next week, okay? So if you have not picked a pile yet, go ahead and pause the video. Otherwise, we're gonna go ahead and start with pile number 1, this purple fluorite, and put pile number 2 and 3 out of the way, so we can go ahead and get a read on what's going on for pile 1. Alrighty. Okay. All right. So yeah, this doesn't look too bad. I mean, what I'm getting is that, you know, sometime during this week, you guys are going to experience some kind of shift where it's like something that, you know, the attention that you spend with one another, even if it's something very small, like you'll see them at the halls, or, you know, at school, for example, at university or something like that. Something like that, it's like you're not going to be seeing them as much, or you're not going to be spending as much time with them. I do know that there's an American holiday coming up, but there's something where you're feeling like you're not getting as much out of the situation, and that's going to cause some envy. For about 25% of you, there's going to be envy on your person's side too. And again, it has to do with the same kind of energy, though, the same kind of like, maybe there's something else that's demanding your time, like maybe it's family, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's work, maybe it's your children, you know, something like that is demanding your time. And they're feeling a little insecure, okay? They're feeling like, you know, it's almost like I didn't realize how much time I like to spend with you until, wow, you're gone now, right? So kind of keep that in mind and know that it's, you know, when I think about jealousy and when I think about envy, it's like, sometimes it's so toxic, and I'm getting a more like, this is a response to maybe taking you for granted, or this is a response to just feeling that absence rather than something real aggressive, okay? So just kind of keep that in mind. We also have retreat for you, and that retreat just kind of speaks to going within to the indwelling and really, feeling out your body and your emotions and your psyche, and identifying, where are you carrying stress? Where is there pain? Where is there positivity? What's holding you back? It's like reevaluating a lot of things, and it's like it feels like it's real cleansing. You might do this in nature, but I see most of you guys doing it in a home, okay, in your home, where you're just being quiet. Like maybe you're listening to music, maybe you're journaling, maybe you're just doing something that's very calm and quiet to just kind of reconnect with yourself a little bit. I do understand many of you are very connected with yourself. And I definitely don't mean that as any way to like patronize you or anything like that, because I recognize that a lot of my viewers do a lot of that kind of work. But I'm just saying it's like kind of touching base, and that's the kind of feeling that I get from this. It's very you'll feel led to do it too. So, as far as the tarot that came up, we've got the 3 and the 4 of Pentacles. In this deck, it's called the 3 and the 4 of Autumn. This is all about following your passion and also how you manage resources, okay? So, on the one hand, it's telling you, okay, in your career right now, just know that you'll be rewarded as long as you do at least 80% of the best that you can do. Now, if you can put in even more than that, then you'll be rewarded even more. Okay, so what's interesting about this coming up in a love reading, though, is that this has something to do with your relationship. Now, I mentioned the envy thing. It could be that your job's just taking up more time than your relationship. And then this one's talking about managing your resources wisely. The 4 of Pentacles tends to be what a lot of people call the hoarder card. I kind of see it more like as a kind of miserly, very thrifty card, somebody who doesn't want to overspend. And I don't even really see it as a negative card, but I do know that sometimes people will get a little bit too attached to how much that they spend, and it's almost like they'll be unreasonable about their resources, like how much they have and stuff like that. Understand that when you're interacting with your person, make sure that you are making wise decisions with your money. On the flip side, I think that for just a few bit of you guys, if your person needs money for whatever reason, and maybe they're going through some times. We all do that. We all have some times that we go through and money's tight and all of that. At least most of us do. It's okay to give that money to your person, but just know that if you do, don't expect it to be returned. That person might tell you, oh yeah, okay, I'll definitely pay you back. You might even have some kind of idea of how that's going to work or how that'll look like. But just know that whatever you give out of love rather than out of the idea that you need that back. So if you don't have the resources, let's say your person needs $500, and let's say you don't have the resources to do that, but you do have enough to give them maybe $250. Give them $250 and that's it. You can't stretch yourself too much for the other person, because ultimately you both need to take care of each other. So this is more like managing things wisely and being balanced in that, and that kind of gets back to the retreat. And then the 5 of Winter, this is really about some of you guys have probably come to a point in your relationship where you're really thinking about walking away. And what I would advise you in that area is just to, is this person really capable of taking care of my feelings or not? Or is this person capable of taking care of my needs? That's a better way of saying it. We all have different needs. And if this person isn't being, let's say, consistent enough, or they're not being receptive enough, or maybe you just found out that they hate cats and you're a cat person, right? Just know there are times where you need to walk away, and this might be one of those times. Now, for the rest of you guys that are like, I don't know what you're talking about, you know, I have no desire to walk away. This is talking about feeling like a disconnect between needs being met. And so it's similar, but it's just, I really think it goes back to this envy thing. I just really feel like for those of you who pick this pile, this week is going to feel kind of lacking a little bit. It's just going to feel a little bit like you're not getting as much attention as you would like. I think for maybe like 10% of you, you're thinking, wait a minute, that's me. I'm the one that's not going to be giving as much attention, because like maybe you know that there's some kind of trip you're taking, or you know that you're going to be working overtime, or something like that. For about 10% of you, this is reversed. It's like you're going to be the one that's working, or you're going to be the one that's gone, and that's what's going to create that kind of conflict. But the bottom line is that there's going to be kind of an imbalance in your relationship, but it's not something that would completely break the relationship unless it's up to you, unless you're going to break it. They're not going to. They don't want to. And then just kind of look out for that envy, that jealousy. Just know that it's all about how much attention people are getting and that kind of thing. And really, the place to find balance is within right now. Okay? So looks like you're going to have an interesting week. Alrighty, so those of you who picked pile number 2, the blue heart, the lapis lazuli, let's go ahead and see what we've got for you guys. Ooh, I always love it when the dream card comes up. Okay, so you guys have some pretty great cards, okay? We've got the Ace of Autumn, which the Ace of Autumn is the same as the Ace of Coins in the traditional deck. This is talking about a new opportunity with money. It could talk about a windfall. Okay, it could talk about you know, maybe you guys are gonna get a bonus or something like that. Maybe it's your birthday or your partner's birthday and they're gonna get some money, or you will. Just know that there's gonna be some, like, an unexpected opportunity to get money, and that's gonna affect a relationship. There's also the nine of summer, which would be the 9 of cups. And it's promising wish fulfillment, guys. It's promising that, you know, your wishes are going to come true, that things are going to start happening. I apologize. I'm sorry. The 9 of summer is the same as the 9 of wands. I apologize. It's the more passionate one, okay? And then we've got the 7 of summer, which is about taking action. If there's some kind of decision you and your partner need to make in this relationship, or if there's some kind of decision you need to make about what to do about your crush, or this person you're dating, or this person you're interested in, go ahead and make the decision now. I really get the impression that it's okay to take some risks. That's very scary to hear, especially when it's like, ooh, but I don't want to mess this up. I really don't want to mess this up. I don't know about that. It's okay to take some risks. I think that most of you, if you were to do that, you would be very successful in that. And I think that that's what goes back to the surrender card, because surrender isn't so much about getting rid of things, okay? It's releasing your ability, like your instinct to try to control things, okay? It's letting things happen the way that they're supposed to. And I really want to make sure that you guys know that I have issues with this myself. So I'm not saying this like, oh, I'm so wise and sage and I know how to do this, because it's a very difficult thing for me. I like to be able to control and to plan and to anticipate and those kinds of things. So I identify with those of you who might be watching right now and being like, ooh, I don't know about that. I can't take risks. I can't do that. That's not in my plans. It's not convenient. It's not what I expected. But right now is a time, and it's not calling for spontaneity. It's not calling for you to just, act goofy or weird or anything like that. It's just calling to, maybe just kind of go with the flow just a little bit. Be a little bit flexible in this. You're going to have some high dream activity, okay? I think this is on both of your ends. You're going to be dreaming about one another. Some of you guys who are really, really close and share that really special connection are going to be having shared dreams. It feels like the dreams, I want to say that the dreams feel a lot heavier in that it's more important that I talk about it than the other cards. But at the same time, I don't really know what more to say other than you're going to be having, your dream activity is going to be heightened, and your dream recall will probably be heightened as well as a result. So, the best thing to do is make sure that you're getting enough sleep this week so that you do have that opportunity to dream. And also, if you do have dreams about your person, know that this might be a time to go ahead and share those. I personally have a policy that if I have a dream about anybody, I just tell them, and my friends just know that that's the way I am. And I don't know if they think I'm weird or whatever, but it's just, I do it because, and I tell them, it's like, I'm telling you about this because if you ever had a dream about me, I'd be interested in it. So that's the way that I operate. I just want to mention, dreams, it's going to be a really important thing. And another thing that I'm getting about dreams is that this is starting this week, but it's going to continue out through more weeks, okay? So really pay attention to that dream activity and know that, really, for some of you, there's going to be some shared dreaming there. Similar motifs, for example, similar symbols, even dreams where you've got some pretty strong details where it's similar too, okay? So, looks pretty good for you guys, okay? All right, number 3, those of you who picked the rose quartz, let's go ahead and see what's going on for you. This is good. Wow, this is good. We've got success and love. What else do we have? Okay. Right now you're going to be, you're going to find yourself wanting to plan your future a lot more. And this is coming not just from you, but also your person as well. For those of you who are in relationships, this might look like an engagement or look like planning for a wedding, maybe even planning for a baby. It might be something, a little bit smaller, like, well, comparatively, like moving in together, meeting parents, that kind of thing. It's like you're taking something up a level and you're planning to do that. So kind of keep that in mind. That's the, oh goodness, what is it? That's the 3 of Cups, okay? So just kind of keep that in mind, all right? And then also, for those of you who have, who are asking about a crush or somebody that maybe you're not as in contact with, that planning should be more on your end as far as like, start strategizing, figure out like, what am I going to do to get this person's attention? What does this person seem to like, that kind of thing, because in both cases, it's taking it up a notch to where you're going from wherever you're existing at this point to getting to a better place in your relationship. We've got the Moon card. This generally refers to something that's kind of hidden. Some people who are in relationships right now with people that aren't as forthcoming with their feelings, you're going to be feeling that distance a lot lately. In the next week. And I think that the biggest thing to take away from that is just that people, there's nobody's gonna hide something unless there's something there. And this is about feelings. This is about feelings and intuitions and all of that good stuff. So your partner, or the person you've got on your heart, that person's going to be maybe a little spooked by the feelings that they're having, and they're going to want to kind of try to hide it, okay? This doesn't have anything to do with them not telling you how they feel later on, nothing like that. It's just they're processing, okay? Some people really do need to process their feelings by themselves before they figure out how they're going to express that to another person. And to some people that can look like a really, really long time. But it would be the same kind of person that kind of overthinks. Some people have that same trait, only it's like overfeeling. And it's like they just have to go through all of their different values, all of their hierarchies of, emotional importance and all of that kind of stuff in order to get to a point where they're real solid on exactly what this is. They've defined it, and they are able to tell it to you in as accurate a way as possible. And this person, they really, really value authenticity, and they really value being honest about things. So you don't have anything to worry about as far as that stuff goes. And then we've got the Eight of Winter. This is more for the viewers. Believe in yourself a little bit more. You've got it. You really do. You have what it takes to succeed in this situation. Maybe it's not going to be as... it's not going to go exactly the way that you've envisioned it, maybe, but it's going to happen. This feels very, very positive. You're going to be successful. There is either your person's in love with you and you guys are sharing love between the two of you, or those channels have opened and you guys are going to be able to explore love, okay? So this is a big deal, this relationship. Those of you who picked number 3, this is a big deal relationship. This is a very special connection, and you will find that in general this week you'll feel more uplifted, but there's still this kind of, but I don't know if I have I don't know, am I really that great? This person could be with other people, that kind of stuff is just like some negative self-talk. I don't think all of you, but a lot of you will have it. Just throw that out. You don't need that. That's not true. They've already picked you. They've already decided, you know what, that person's interesting, okay? And if you guys are asking about a crush and they haven't, maybe it seems like they don't even know you exist or whatever, they know you exist. They've noticed you. It's just more one of those things where you guys haven't gotten to that initial connection where you guys can see that there is definitely open channels for love, okay? So this is great. You guys are gonna be doing really well. Just work on that self-talk, okay, guys? Alrighty. Thank you so much for watching my video to the end. I really appreciate all of the feedback and all of the support you guys have been giving me. I'll go ahead and see you on Monday with your weekly general reading.